This is the sixth video in a series of 7 videos which discuss the problems facing America today and what we can do about it. You can watch all 7 videos on my YouTube channel, or you can go to futurenownetwork.com. The information in this video may upset some people. Viewer discretion is advised. Should you be worried about global population growth? Absolutely. The world's population has exploded in the last 100 years. This video will show you how the population has grown since 1300. By the end of this video, you will understand why population growth is a huge problem that threatens all of us. In the year 1300, there were 400 million people on planet Earth. In 1650, there were 500 million people on planet Earth. The population grew by 100 million people from 1300 to 1650. That was a growth rate of 20% over a 350-year time period. In 1700, there were 600 million people on planet Earth. The population grew by 100 million people from 1650 to 1700. That was a 20% increase in only 50 years. Modern methods for growing food started increasing the world's population faster than ever before. In 1750, there were 750 million people on planet Earth. The population grew by 150 million people from 1700 to 1750. That was a 25% increase in only 50 years. In 1800, there were 900 million people on planet Earth. The population grew by 150 million people from 1750 to 1800. That was a 20% increase in only 50 years. This is a time when the Industrial Revolution was picking up steam. The quality of life improved and the food supply increased. By 1800, the Industrial Revolution was starting to have an effect on global population growth. In 1850, there were 1.2 billion people on planet Earth. The population grew by 300 million people from 1800 to 1850. That was a 33% increase in only 50 years. Oil started being pumped out of the ground in 1859. In 1900, there were 1.6 billion people on planet Earth. The population grew by 400 million people from 1850 to 1900. That was a 33% increase in only 50 years. By 1900, oil was fueling the Industrial Revolution. Oil was starting to have a huge effect on global population growth. In 1950, there were 2.4 billion people on planet Earth. The population grew by 800 million people from 1900 to 1950. That was a 50% increase in only 50 years. As oil production increased around the world, so did the population. In 2000, there were 6 billion people on planet Earth. The population grew by 3.6 billion people from 1950 to 2000. That was a 250% increase in only 50 years. The world now has 7 billion people. The world's population has grown by 1 billion people in the last 11 years. Our population is increasing faster and faster. With the fertilizers that we make from oil, we can grow more food than any time in history. With cars, trucks, ships, and airplanes, we can ship food further and faster than any time in history. The more people we feed, the more people who grow up to have more babies. It is an endless cycle that is killing our planet. When oil production starts to drop, the number of people we can feed will go down. 1 billion people already suffer from lack of food and clean drinking water. The number of starving people will increase each year from this point forward. As oil production declines, the world population will also decline. We can power our homes and our cars with renewable energy, but we need oil to grow all the food that we need. If we don't start conserving oil now, how will we feed billions of people in the future? Increasing oil production now will only grow the population even bigger, and it will get us to the point of decline even faster. What is happening with America's population? America's population is currently growing by 2.5 million people every year. That means that we need to create 150,000 jobs each month just to keep up with population growth. Where will those jobs come from? That is 150,000 more people every month who need cars and gas to get to work. They will need food, water, clothes, electricity, medical care, and a place to live. With the population growing so fast, we will all have to learn to live without a lot of the things that we all take for granted right now. We have a lot of serious problems facing the human race today. The U.S. government predicts that 36 states will have water shortages in the next 5 years. This is due to higher temperatures, droughts, urban sprawl, waste, and population growth. It also takes a huge amount of water to grow all of the food we eat. Water reservoirs across America are dropping to record lows. There are effective ways to turn seawater into drinking water, but it takes a lot of electricity. It costs 3 times more money to purify salt water than it does to purify river water. With energy companies struggling to keep up with demand right now, we will have to build renewable energy power sources to power these systems. The 7th video will show you how we can use the power of the internet to raise money for renewable energy. Huge changes are coming to America and the world. We can all get involved to make things better, or we can ignore this problem until modern society falls completely apart. Please join the Future Now Network Facebook page and ask all of your friends to join too. You can follow me on Twitter at FutureNowNet. If you would like to sponsor this program or make a donation, please go to FutureNowNetwork.com. Thank you for watching this video.